Hello everyone, Solomon here. Today is April 9th, Tuesday. And it's a beautiful warm day outside. We have not had a beautiful warm day since last past 2-3 weeks. It was just freezing, cold, solar eclipse, earthquake, random ass people bumping and trying to kill you, migrant crises, Ukrainian, Russian war, Palestinian humanitarian crisis with Israel. Wasn't very nice at all. 2024 was the year of savagery. And I also worked almost 100 hours, 95 hours. That's exactly what Elon Musk does every day for the last past, God knows how many years. But that's the outlier schedule. That's what you gotta do to survive in this world, or at least get the things that you want in this world. A home, work itself, establishing customers, a customer base, being a sustainable business, period. Having multiple different baby mamas and having child support. I mean, you have to be doing 95 hours a week to have the things you want in life, period. Of course, you won't be at his level, but, for a layperson, you gotta, something like that. You'll get the, like that, Men may never accomplish their dreams, maybe only in video games, and they always gravitate towards like that, Maybe they're 55 years old and now they have money, and then they get like a HarleyDavidson motorcycle to have that experience that they wish they did have when they were in their teens or whatever, and they wish they had a HarleyDavidson motorcycle. But they never did, and it's close enough. It's like that, what they actually wanted. So I'm trying to find a clear path. I'm just enjoying my time outside after being stuck indoors for so many hours. I need to decompress. I need to get things out, Too much downloads, Too many downloads. So I go to the Wood Wide Web here and connect with nature and just go do my own thing, because that's how you get the Karen out of you. Karen is a very, very powerful source in humanity these days, especially post-apocalyptic, scenario. People stay indoors, especially when there's a new YouTube series coming out, or whatever, Fallout. So, there's probably gonna be a Karen or two in that show. It's just inevitable. There's always a Karen. So look out for the Karen in the new show Fallout. She's just gonna be there when everyone's having fun and shit and trying to forget about their troubles and worries and the daily grind of things. Anyways, things are still, since forever, ultra savage. That's just the baseline of humanity. People still want money. People still want to make babies and wing it through life. Do the minimum amount of work, get away with the most possible, is the general mentality of most people. The migrant crisis, Again, South America doesn't know what to do with their degenerative population. So they send them here, where people are smart enough to escape. They wind up here in New York City. Shit, I don't have the resources to be taking care of all these people. I don't. Damn, it's not my responsibility. I don't even have a wife. I don't even have kids. You expect me to take care of hundreds of thousands of migrants? This doesn't even make any sense. Shit. I mean, goddamn. Damn. People are already fucked up in the head. Don't know what they're doing. Rely on, default on, their natural default system is Walmart. I mean, you have a whole class of people who just don't want to work, who are lazy. Netflix and chill. YouTube, whatever the fuck it is. I've been there, done that. I mean, that's what you gotta go through. That's probably what a large amount of people have to go through. Or maybe they'll never change. I don't know. Maybe some kind of trauma has to happen, you know, and then they change. Like David Goggins, you know. It's a shame that David Goggins couldn't be David Goggins when he was 4 years old or whatever. That he had to suffer trauma or, you know, be obese and you know, have an utter disgust of himself to want to change. That's probably what most people have to do to become a David Goggins, to build resiliency, to go after the hard things in life. Because the good things aren't going to come to you. That is a guarantee. A beautiful woman isn't gonna just come to you. You have to work for it. Or be a violent motherfucking asshole in some kind of social hierarchy, like you're the boss, or you're the supervisor, or to the director, or the doctor, or the lawyer, which are all very difficult professions and high stressful jobs. And beautiful women just magically exist there because that's where people are making the money, and they just magically exist in that kind of environment. And you're like, why is this gotta be like that? It's gotta be like that, you know? Shit, you know? Beautiful women are also some of the most craziest women, like Italian women, very beautiful, weather girls and, you know, call girls or whatever, it's just show girls, and they're all crazy, you know. It's just, why is life gotta be that hard? It just is. I don't know what else to tell you, you know. The better looking the girl is, the crazier and more difficult the challenge is. The more money is involved, the more risk involved, the more, you know, death threats and other boyfriends and other husbands and other exes and my several husbands and shit, and Hollywood's got to be involved, and Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and shit. You know, large cases of domestic violence and random acts of like crazy shit and accusations, and it's why does it gotta be like that? You know? Why does it always gotta be like that? It just is. Like I told you, the natural default or baseline of humanity is this savage. It's a savage. You know? People are always being drafted or going to war. You know. And if they're not doing these things, then they complain about being bored and stuff. You know, and there's... The only way to be helping humanity is... Wanting to help humanity is if you've gone through difficult situations. So most of the people who do go through difficult situations stay broke, have enormous amounts of empathy and sympathy for others suffering in similar situations, but they can't fucking help anyone. And the rich people have no empathy whatsoever. None whatsoever. And don't fucking do anything. You know? So we're all kind of like fucked. People have and have nots. And maybe we just pay attention to the bad things in life, the darker side of humanity, because that's what, you know, gets the most attention. That's what draws in the attention economy metric system. That's what generates the audience, the views, the view count. you know, the Google, YouTube analytics, the watch, the viewers, the news channels. You know, it's all programming, social validation, social media, all programming people for maximizing their social attention economy. It's trying to grab your attention, like they're trying to grab your penis at the club. Except it's just, you know, who's trying to rape you. Probably tried to wear a wig and doll himself up, you know, to look female and shit. But you know, he's Ugg underneath that mask. He's Ugg, the rapist. Damn, why does it always gotta be like that? Savage, you know. Humans are savage. They may themselves not even know that they're savage. They themselves, you, me, may not even know that we're our own narcissists, that we're our own enemies, that we're constantly blaming and projecting our own negativity on the faces of other people. That's how fucked up it is. You may not even know you're fucked up. I may not even know I'm fucked up. I'm kind of aware of some things that I'm fucked up on. But still, you know, there's a lot of things I would like to change. My leadership, my attitude, you know, I just kind of feel like, you know, I'm barely even moving the needle in the area of human progress, and I'm just, you know, an untouchable, you know, trying to mooch the most government benefits and whatever from my employer and unemployment office as much as possible. And what real work am I doing? You know, whose lives did I actually save? Can I even save my own life? You know, or am I doomed just to be a cashier at Walmart or some shit? That doesn't change unless you become a high value person, unless you have leadership skills. You can delegate work to other people and that they act accordingly and do the work, which most people would not. I mean, you have big companies that can't even get people to go back to their offices and do fucking work. I mean, you're talking about big companies, Microsoft and Google and, you know, IBM, whoever. You know, people during the during the pandemic, they were working in the offices and they don't want to come back, you know, to their 9-to-5 rat race gig. And just like, if big offices can't even, you know, big companies, big S&P 500 companies can't do it, you know, how the hell am I supposed to do it? There's a lot of discrepancy, you know. Well, there's a lot of discrepancy, you know, between people who have talent and can work and actually executing on it. You know, maybe it's not about money. Maybe it's just about the convenience. Maybe it's, you know, the difficulty of the tasks and the work involved. Like, maybe it's just too hard. Maybe it's just too complicated. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be challenging, autistically challenging. You know, maybe technology is just, you know, so up there that humans are like barely even, you know, competing. Just can't even compete anymore. It was just like this AI robot versus a human, Russian robot versus a human, and the guy got knocked out in like 2 seconds. The robot was just, you know, overpowered him with one punch. Boom. And it looked real. I don't know if the video was faked or whatever. It definitely looked real, and those were his teeth flying out. Just one punch from a robot, you're dead. But humans are largely a lot weaker than a lot of the other animals. Gorillas, chimpanzees, pandas, bears. You know, one swipe, you get mauled. And you'll end up in the in the emergency room. I mean, damn, humans are not that strong. in nature. They're not. Tigers can easily just rip them to shreds. But their egos. Humans have very large egos, the size of blue whales. Don't forget that. Humans have very large egos for how, strong they actually are in nature. Which is not very. Like I said, chimpanzees, gorillas don't even have to work out, and they're already like at least twice, 3 or 4 times stronger than the average man. When you're that strong, you don't need housing. You don't have a housing crisis because you never needed a house to begin with. You're just that motherfucking strong. It's kind of funny. Humans have homes and stuff that coddle and baby them. Put them in a state of complacency, get them all depressed and stuff. The challenge is taking out of their lives, and they just want to live comfortable lives. Middle class America, much like that, and people turn weak. They become babies. Whether you want that or not, or whatever, but that's what it's becoming. And that's why I'm doing these 100-hour work weeks, just to test the waters, test my own limits and strengths. Why do it? Why do it? There's all this bitching and complaining. Just fucking do it. See how you like it or not, and self-reflect on it. I did it, and I'm just like, I did it or I didn't. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. That's my opinion. That's my personal opinion, and I probably wouldn't be doing it in the future if I had a choice. It was an awesome experiment that I got to know myself a bit better. I just feel more used and abused than normal, but at least I know now. Working 100 hours a week it's a sacrifice. You're sacrificing your personal time to promote yourself in a company that's not even yours. Or if it is your company, you have even greater motivation that it's your name you're trying to get out there. But still, would it be a very sustainable business under your name? Probably not. You're going to get tired. You have to hire people. Most definitely you're going to get tired, to reiterate how much tiredness you're going to feel. And, shit's just going to hit the ceiling fan because you can't keep up with it because, out of compassion, I'm just telling you right now, it's going to be fucking hard. To serve your current customer base. And, more and more people hear about your business or whatever. And, sooner or later, you can't, it's going to be like late stage capitalism. And you just can't handle it. You need more resources to feed your customers or whatever, serve your customers, and you need more time. There's not enough time during the day, if it's not physical resources, or a shipment from Alibaba, from China or whatever. So life gets harder, like a video game. You'll probably get bored if it's on easy mode. So you just have to keep up. You may be playing the same Diablo 2 over and over again. Then you have to go to normal mode. From normal mode, you go to nightmare mode. From nightmare mode, you kick the shit out of that. And then you have to go hell mode. And then you just autistically repeat hell mode over and over again. Defeat Diablo, go through the whole stage of Andariel, Duriel, Mephisto, Diablo, and freaking Baal. And then you just keep repeating the same shit over and over again. You're like, what the fuck? And then you're just having this like existential crisis that you're just doing the motherfucking same shit all over again. Over and over again. And I think Adventure Time had this thing too with Finn and Jake when they like randomly stumble upon the train of infinity or whatever. He just keeps going around and looping, and he just keeps leveling up until going through monsters and stages on the train until he himself becomes a fucking monster. A boss monster on the train. And that's how the game life works. You just keep going around and around, until you become your own guru who charges, $5-10 a person or whatever. to buy your book, to buy your Upanishads, to buy your Bhagavad Gita, or whatever the fuck. And that's how it works. You become your own like boss after you grinded more than not just 10,000 hours. That's 5 years of working at 2,000 hours a year, which is more than the national average, which is more than the worldwide average. So what did I get out of this? What are you supposed to learn other than life is hard? Well, that's exactly what it is. Life is hard. You just have to keep grinding, you keep leveling, and you just keep throwing yourself back in the matrix. You just have to keep playing that Diablo from normal stage to nightmare stage to hell stage, and you just get good. You find the formula, and then you just keep grinding. And the game really doesn't change. There may be some bad characters, bad actors, like people who duplicate items and stuff, or sell things on eBay and Amazon. You can have like access to them as long as you pay money, stuff like that. But the game generally stays the same. There's probably a lot of like YouTube videos like make life a video game. Why do people enjoy video games? Why don't they like living their own life? It's because it's too fucking hard. Real life have real consequences to your actions. Real life has real long-lasting consequences to your actions. Even walking in the park, even going outside, you can be the target of a hate crime. The price of freedom is eternal vigilance. If you're on your cell phone in New York City, someone can just beat your ass randomly. If you don't have an apartment, someone can just rape you at night. Again, the baseline for humanity is savage. 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 And more savage. And even then, I keep telling you, the price of freedom is eternal vigilance. I would like to walk around, but there's too many innocent bystanders, and my priority is for not them to be bitching. I'm just gonna go walk down the stream, avoid people. I don't know. Sometimes people visit me in my own place. Something about me. Some people are actually attracted to me. Doesn't happen too often, but the people who are attracted to me are very undesirable people. Because that's the baseline. That's the baseline of reality. So, women do not date down. So, unattractive people, you know, damn. So here's a stream. Okay, welcome back to the stream. While streaming, the water of life over here. I don't know. Life was easier back when I was in the middle school. Maybe people were younger. Maybe it's because I didn't have a job. I don't know. I just remember being on the computer, playing Pokemon Game Boy on a NES ROM for the, Windows 98 or whatever. And that would be it. That would be my whole fucking day. My whole fucking summer. Just playing fucking Pokemon. From start to finish. Now I work a minimum of 40 hours a week. And making money. That's why I don't freak out a lot. It's because it's the same fucking thing. It's the same fucking game over and over again. Just with a little different, things here and there. But I get women freaking about the same fucking shit over and over again. It's just so fucking annoying. It's not like they're not 60 and 70 years old and they're about to retire, which they are. These things still freak them out. Things still fucking freak them out. I'm just like, yo, chill. And they don't chill. They don't chill. Whatever. You don't want to chill? Fine. You end up with dementia. End up with Alzheimer's, end up with anxiety attacks. I don't know. Can you blame someone like that who's just wired to be overly emotional? I don't like people who are overly emotional and sensitive. Well, why? Blah, 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 blah. Why did he cheat on me? He treats me like God all the single fucking day. I don't know who your husband is. I don't know who your ex is. I don't want to get involved. It's obviously a multitude of men. You're always spreading your legs and this and that. And it's just like, shit, this woman is, crazy and shit. Most men probably wouldn't understand. There's just another guy in line who wants a vagina. It's all about the vaginas. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying to you. It's a park full of children. It's cool and all, but there's too many creepers on the internet. So, can't be doing that. So we're gonna be doing the stream. What to tell these kids? If you don't get into some big ass company, S&P 500 company, you're kind of fucked in this world. Or maybe your parents are intelligent enough to get a will and designate the money to you and your siblings, but then you'll just fucking kill each other anyways and end up dead regardless of money. So your best bet is to be a computer programmer, be an engineer, be a lawyer, be a doctor, in which case would be a nightmare on itself. What do I tell these kids? I don't fucking know. Your adult life is gonna be a fucking nightmare. If you don't have a naturally high IQ, your future will be bleak if you don't get a good score on your SATs. Like, what the fuck? And people have already done this. Sometimes it's just timing. Sometimes you're just fucked, like in China, all these reports about kids who can't get jobs, who have all these degrees, but are fucking useless in the economy. What am I supposed to tell your kid? Sorry, I keep reiterating that, but that's what happens. You get your master's degree, you get your PhD. Sometimes your professor is such a dick that he'll fail you just so he can collect, so you can repeat the damn class, so you can collect more tuition money. That's how fucked up that is. That's how Chinese these people are. That's how Jewish some of these people are. That's their, financial system. Just making new editions of books and having kids buy the new editions of the book. Just like how the police just park right outside your driveway and just wait for you to give you a ticket when you get out of your parking lot instead of actually helping people in need. Shit. I mean, life is not fair. Let's just face it. Life is not fair. I'll say it to you. Life is not fair. If you find some weird way to make money, they'll do it. They'll execute on it. Like pharmaceutical companies. They have the money to make cures for disease and all, but they don't. They just have treatments because they don't. If once they find the cure for something, then people don't have to continue to buy their products. And who wants that? Who wants to not make money? They can, but they don't. And anyone who does find cures or water-powered car or anything, or anti-gravity or, new technology, they'll fucking kill you. Oh, this person fell into the water. This person, killed themselves jumping out of the window. Shit. Things like this happen all the time. You have millionaires, billionaires, the target of, other industries. China, Jack Ma had to escape. All this weird shit going on. You have some millionaires walking in this park that I know of. They don't give out their names and shit. That's how bad it is. But we know that they're millionaires. Well, at least I do. So one of them, I even talked to an accountant. He's like 13 million. One guy lost fucking $13 million. I told him about my case. And he's like, these people have lost 10 times more money than I have. And I'm crying about it. We're talking about millions of dollars, and judging by the homes that you can see in the background, I'm not joking. Some of these homes are 2, 3, 4 times as big as the ones that you could see behind me. If I go, one day I'm gonna take a shot of the McMansions that are just like 5 minutes away from here. If I take my bike, okay, maybe 10 minutes away. McMansion. Some of the biggest mansions I've ever seen in all world, like castles and shit. Yeah. When you're high up there, people come after you and shit. I think like the Jonas Brothers live somewhere in New Jersey. All kinds of celebrities live in New Jersey. It is very close to New York City, so this place is an escape pad to CEOs. How I live here is because I live in an affordable housing unit. So don't be confused that I'm ultra wealthy or something, because I don't want people coming after me. And people will come after you. They'll have ransoms, they'll make up fake websites, fake companies, fake pictures. You know, China does this shit all the time. They've got schools to con people. You got Tinder swindlers. You got all kinds of weirdos who just don't play by the book and just think like dark outside the box. I'm also a constant target because I'm Chinese. That would be anywhere in the world. It's just, you know, damn. Goddamn. Look, a beautiful pond. So, I'm avoiding people like the plague and filming all at the same time while talking. This is it. This is we're almost halfway through April 9th. April 9th. We got the whole month of April to work, to play, and to do whatever. And I would like to consciously make the correct choices. I would like to optimize my time, my actions to seek out the best optimum timeline for myself, of course, much like everyone else is doing. But sometimes the thing is, the right thing to do may be nothing at all. You do nothing, you're stressed less, you decompress, you stop obsessing about making money. To repeat myself, stop obsessing with making money and shit. Doesn't really faze anyone anymore. You know. But next month I'll be in Switzerland to see my brother, so that's a new change of environment from America into heavily industrialized East Coast to neutral Europe. So when you haven't experienced constant war, you should actually be preserving and building culture and the good things in life at a higher frequency and a higher percentage chance of success. But unfortunately, people there are still savage, not as savage. I mean, Finland cured the homeless population. So there's less homeless people on average in that area of Europe as opposed to America, where, hundreds of thousands of migrants and homeless all at the same time. I'm just trying hard for myself not to be a homeless. I mean, shit. I mean, it's hard. It's hard not being a homeless in America. You have to work, and work. And when you're done working, the girl expects you to make another $100,000. And if you're not making $100,000, she can just go on the internet, on TikTok or whatever, announce that she wants a man who makes as much money as Jay-Z, as Michael Jackson, as Michael Jordan, you know, as an Eli Manning, as an Elon Musk, you know. She can just blurt these crazy shit things out. It's just like everyone's looking at her like, are you fucking crazy? Chad isn't gonna be doing that shit for you. It's hard for an average ass person to be making $100,000 a year. Less than 1% of men in the world make $100,000. That would automatically put you in the 1% bracket with the elites in the world, which means that I'm an elite somehow, because I live in America. Just because the rest of the world is so piss poor, that I am somehow in the world of elitism, even though I dress up like a fucking homeless person, you know. But I can't see that because I'm privileged. I'm privileged, while the rest of the average, you know, Ching Chong in China is starving to death, even if they have a PhD in science and physics. It's very sad, and I'm very privileged. You know, whether I want to realize it or believe in it or not, I'm very privileged to live in America. You know, just military might, you know, conquered most of the world, or policed the whole world. You know, everyone else's Zimbabwe note or dong or whatever rupee is nowhere close to the U.S. dollar. So I'm just trying to take it all in, you know. Life is not fair. Life is not all fair. Some people, the grass is always greener on the other side. When I asked one of the nurses in the emergency room, he used to work in Saudi Arabia. He was getting paid a lot of money. But at the same time, his family convinced him to move America because the grass is greener on the other side. In Saudi Arabia, everything's just motherfucking desert, or the ocean or something, or seawater. Even though he had more money, they told his ass to go to America because they have green grass, you know, everything's nature, you know. And he regrets it. He's older now, and he just wish he was more about making money. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't blame him. You need money to have nice things, to live in a good apartment, to have a beautiful woman. If you don't have the money, you know, you're going to end up with Karen, and she's going to be complaining and nagging and screaming at you, and that's not cool. Why she does these things? Because she's Karen. She is the poster child of mediocrity. You know, she's not a happy person. She's not a happy camper. She never married Eli Manning. She never had the marriage she wanted. She never had the dental plan growing up that she wanted. She probably has crooked teeth, has black molars and stuff and all this fucking shit. You know, has all these osteoporosis, arthritis and shit. I know this because I encounter Karens all the motherfucking time. They're not happy people. They're miserable people. That's why it's reflective of the personality. They're fucking nasty. It's because they had a fucking hard life. No one took care of them but themselves. And they will tell you this. They never had a man. That's why they're very hateful and resentful and mean and nasty. It's because they didn't have a good life. It's hard for me to understand because I was somehow magically privileged. You know, maybe at the cost of producing all these Karens. You know, they have one Solomon Chau. I don't know. Again, I'm privileged somehow, magically privileged somehow, that I did have dental care. I did have like teachers growing up. You know, I do understand the S&P 500. I do know how American industry works. And, you know, I do understand how to make 6 figures a year. Yes, I am very privileged in comparison to most Chinese and Indian people living in Asia who fucking have to ride a fucking rickshaw for like fucking 10 rupees an hour, like 10 cents an hour, some crazy shit. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit. So I'm trying to make the most of my life in this timeline. You know, is it cool for me to be going out with girls and stuff at the age of 39 and now approaching 40? I mean, the options there is just I'm so like negative about Karens and stuff. You know, every time I go out and get a girl, something weird happens. You know. But one day I just have to face the music. You know. I've seen guys who try to avoid marriage until the age of 40, like an Italian dude, but he didn't want that shit either. He said he's been avoiding it all his life. He knew his job was to get married. He knew his one of his natural priorities in life was to get married and to have kids. He just, like the devil, he rejected it because he knew something was up. Something is up. The girl is gonna turn into a girl. A girl and then woman and then a mother and then Karen. Like, no one wants to deal with that later stage of age, where she's breaking down, after hitting the wall, and she's just yelling at everyone, trying to be boss girl and telling everyone what to do, and everyone else is like, what the fuck? No one wants to listen to her, and then she becomes even more, has these like weird, power dynamics. Why she like continuously drives SUVs and stuff. The soccer mom power trip. Shit, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't want to deal with this kind of being. I know about it. I don't want to be about it. And, fuck that shit. So, thank you for a great day. I would like to thank the day for giving me the sun and, the warm weather outside, and for me to be here to be talking to you about random guys crazy daily life in America shit. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. That will reduce my chances of becoming homeless myself. I would appreciate that. See you in the next one. Peace out.